Jesus Christ. So today we have, we returned once again to the beginning of the Triodium, which is the preparatory, the beginning of the preparatory period for Lent. And it begins with the Publican and the Pharisee. And the Pharisee goes down this list of, I'm really glad, Lord, that you didn't make me like any of these other terrible people, because I'm a really great guy. And he goes, especially, and he starts going down a list, right, of extortioners, the unjust, and other, liars, etc., and adulterers, or even as this man, even as this publican, this tax collector, which in those days was, if you were a tax collector, you were basically a dishonest person because of the way the system worked. There were payoffs, bribes, and you got kickbacks yourself. So, and it's just the way it worked. So, but the publican falls down before God and says, I'm giving it up. I'm giving up this job. I might have to be a garbage collector, but I can't do this anymore. God, forgive me. Have mercy on me, a sinner. And it says he was so moved with repentance that he could not say anything else. That's all he could do. Was fall down before God and say, God, have mercy on me. So, now, one of the things that the Pharisee also does is goes down this list of things that he does really well. And so, by the way, this week is a fast-free week. We don't even fast on Friday this week. In remembrance of the things that the Pharisee was proud of. I fast twice a week, right? Was part of it. Also, he gives tithes of all he has, which, by the way, is not 10%. Tithes of all you have is 30%. Because there's the tithe to the temple, the tithe to the church, then comes the tithe to the poor, and actually there were tithes that could be given up to 50%, which was what St. Vladimir, the St. Helen did in Kiev, Rus. So, in St. Olga, rather. And so we have an issue of a lack of thanksgiving. Both of the men went into the temple with severely different motives. But the publican went in with the thought, what can I render to the Lord for all that he's done to me? And for all that he's given me and for all that I've mishandled? What shall I render to the Lord? I was reading, a few weeks ago, I was reading the readings for the week, and the reading actually happened to be on another jurisdiction's website. And by the way, there's 4 different ways of doing readings. So up until we reached this Sunday, in which but this jurisdiction had a different reading for that day. In any case, the reading was this: at that time, as Jesus entered a village, he was met by 10 lepers, who stood at a distance and lifted up their voices and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. When he saw them, he said to them, go and show yourselves to the priests. And as they went, they were cleansed. Then one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, praising God with a loud voice. He fell on his face at Jesus' feet and gave him thanks. Now he was a Samaritan. Then Jesus said, were not 10 cleansed? Where are the other 9? Was no one found to return and give praise to God except for this foreigner? And he said to him, rise and go your way. Your faith has made you well. So we have again the falling down of the face, just like with the publican, but only in this case giving him thanks for what has just been done. And it struck me as epitomizing exactly what is wrong with this world and the generations living now. Once people get what they want, they have no time for God anymore until the next time they want or need something from Him. Furthermore, in this story, the guy was a Samaritan, a foreigner. And by the way, Jews didn't like Samaritans and vice versa. As it turns out, he was a brand new convert to the faith in Christ, obviously. But none of the others had any time to come and offer thanks to Christ after they got what they wanted. There's a reason why the liturgy and Holy Communion are called Eucharist, from the Greek Eucharisto, to give thanks. So in other words, translation to our day, none but this foreigner, who wasn't even bound by religious law to return to Christ, had time to come to church and offer thanks to God. Because this is precisely what liturgy is. It is returning to Christ week by week to offer thanksgiving for all that He's given us, including our existence and continued breath of life. And some might fire back, well, God didn't give me my house, I worked for it. Yeah, who gave you the existence? And continuously gives you life so that you can acquire and enjoy these things. And who gave you the ability and creativity to be able to do work in the first place, to earn a living and so on, to accomplish your tasks at work? Who gave you the body parts that work in order to be able to accomplish them, programming them in such a way as for you to be able to execute each task properly, and one making sense with the other, so that you continue to get paid and don't get fired? Who is the one who programmed your entire complex bodily system to keep operating until it's time to leave this earth? Who gave you the extended time on earth that is known as this past week, giving the opportunity to change the world around you for the better, even with small acts of goodness, kindness, charity? To be honest, to be helpful to others in your job, thereby allowing you to participate in your own salvation. I think that some of the confusion comes from the fact that we often use the term thank you so loosely in your culture, in this culture. I think we have lost its biblical meaning, and in fact, I cannot tell you, as I'm listening to the radio and everything else, the times that thank you is rattled off without being thought of, really. It's almost just become, instead of saying, something a little more intentional, sometimes we mean, great job, or it's great for you to be here. But instead we say, thank you. Thank you for this, thank you for that. And it's really, it's become a very loose term that we use sometimes when we really mean something else. And we say, thank you. The biblical meaning of thanksgiving, is to offer gratitude for a debt that cannot be repaid. I'm going to repeat that. The biblical meaning of thanksgiving is to offer gratitude for a debt that cannot be repaid. This is quite different from how we see the word today. But listen to the words of Scripture in Psalm 116, which, by the way, is also a communion hymn in the back of our pew books. What shall I render to the Lord for all His benefits towards me? It is a rhetorical question, of course, since there's nothing we can do to repay God. But there is something that we can do out of appreciation, and that is take hold of the salvation that He has offered us. So the psalm continues, I will take the cup of salvation, will call upon the name of the Lord. I will pay my vows to the Lord now in the presence of all His people. O Lord, truly I am your servant. I am your servant, the child of your handmaid. You have loosed the bonds that have enshackled me. This is such a beautiful verse, because the bonds that enshackled us are passions, sometimes our addictions, sometimes our wrong frame of mind, and definitely wrong frames of patterns of behavior. But God looses those bonds that enshackle us if we will put down our own selfish part of our will and follow Him and obey Him. I will offer you the sacrifice of thanksgiving and will call on the name of the Lord. That's what we do today, the sacrifice of the Eucharist. I will pay my vows to the Lord now in the presence of all His people, in the courts of the Lord's house, and in the midst of you, O Jerusalem. We are the heavenly Jerusalem that this psalm speaks of. When it speaks of Jerusalem, when it speaks of Israel, it's speaking about the church. As we read in Galatians 6, the church is the Israel of God. We are the city of God that comes down out of heaven. So, today when I say, let us give thanks to the Lord, which I'll be saying in a matter of minutes, and you reply, it is right and truth. I want it to hit you a little harder than it usually does. Understand that what is being said is, let us offer gratitude for the gifts that we cannot pay back and take hold of the salvation that God offers us. Understand what I'm saying. The only thanks that God wants is for us to work together with Him in a prayerful dialogue for our salvation. And that pinnacle of that dialogue is the Eucharist. It is the liturgy, which means common work, our common work together with God for our salvation and the salvation of the world around us. The only thanks God wants is for us to actually receive this gift week by week instead of ignoring it, to take hold of the cup of salvation that He offers us week by week instead of ignoring it. To assemble together and to bring about with prayer the sacrament of the kingdom which God is pleased to give us for eternity. For us to be unified with Him fully in this sacrament of eternal life, starting now and forever, and to the ages of ages as we hear, so that it sinks in that this gift is forever. Now, the amazing part of this gift of liturgy, of this gift of Eucharist, thanksgiving, let us give thanks to the Lord, is we're offering Him only His own from what is His own, right? Because it's His anyway. We can't add anything to God. But another amazing thing is that this thanksgiving culminates in us receiving something more. In fact, not just something more, the King of eternity Himself, the King of the universe Himself. So when was the last time that you gave thanks to someone, and when you gave thanks to someone, they gave you something huge right back? That's what God does for us every single week. We come and give thanks, and He gives us His very own eternal flesh and blood, shed for the life of the world and for its salvation. This is why Scripture tells us that on the first day of the week, on Sunday, we are to assemble ourselves together and offer this thanks. But here's the best part. We return week by week to offer thanks like that Samaritan who was delivered from leprosy. And what does He do? In return, He offers us something even far greater. Every week, the priest says, with the fear of God, faith and love draw near, and oftentimes people just ignore this call. But you were created for this communion, to have union with your Lord, who came to become one of us, offers us this sacrament of Holy Communion, so that we might be one with Him. I shared on Facebook a quote from Mama's family, and I'd already mentioned it a few times. Then said, now Mama, you don't have to go to church to go to heaven, to which Mama replied, well, you don't have to wear a parachute to jump out of an airplane, but it certainly helps. What shall you and I render to the Lord for all that He has given us? Let us stop ignoring the cup of salvation that He offers us week by week and lay hold of it, so that we may have the one who is salvation, our Lord Jesus Christ, together with the Father and the Holy Spirit, living and abiding within us unto eternity. God, whenever we get prideful, break our spirits. Whenever we're humble, please lift us up. Give us a spirit of humility like the publican, that we might fall down before you and cry out, God, have mercy on me, a sinner. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.